My name is Mitch Whitaker. I live here in Letcher County, and my property was part of the property that was proposed in the prison. I found out about it through the newspaper. I was really upset that no one had contacted me actually to see if I wanted to sell my land, which I didn't, and that sort of started this whole journey. We were trying our best. We felt like it was on a fast track. Not everyone really even knew about the prison, but all of a sudden we were going to have one in our county, and it was fed to us as an economic development that our county could use the jobs. And when we got to researching a little bit, we found out that these other prison projects in the surrounding counties had actually been a hindrance to their counties. One of them, they couldn't supply enough water for the prison. It took away from the county to do that. A lot of them, the jobs just did not show up like they wanted. The requirements, they just wasn't the job force there to work a prison. Some of these surrounding prisons are having a struggle keeping employees there. We actually also thought that this wasn't the type of jobs that we really wanted for our children. Someone does have these jobs, but there was so much domestic violence, drug abuse, and stuff associated with those jobs. It just wasn't that ideal economic development that I thought. I thought we could do better. When I asked our tourism committee and development, I said, why are we doing this? And they were talking about how it was steady income, that there would always be a prison. Well, that's not true either. We find out sometimes these prisons, federal prisons, are turned into state prisons, and state prisons are turned into private prisons. And before you know it, the glimmer of the bright jobs and stuff was really not what it turned out to be. I am so glad to got hooked up with the folks at the Apple shop and some of their friends that were talking about the mass incarceration. I had no idea that it was running so rampant. I thought if you was in prison that you probably deserved being there. But once you're in prison, all your rights are gone. So if they could put someone in jail, then they didn't have to worry about that person anymore. And for us to make money off of something like that was another reason that I thought that it just wasn't a great economic development. Now here we are 20 years later. They're still pushing that they want this. We're still coming up with ideas, better ideas for economic development. So we hope that through CLC's efforts that this can be stopped.
My name is Damon, and I'm from Washington, D.C., and I'm a member of the coalition Building Community Not Prisons. And that fight has brought me to Kentucky, where we're fighting against the most expensive federal prison ever proposed, $500 and soon to be $600 million prison, because they asking for another $100 million. And I'm here for a number of reasons. For one, being a returning citizen and being a D.C. prisoner, me, if I should happen to violate for whatever reason, because they violate our rights all the time, and a lot of the people that come from where I come from are going to be the very ones that may end up in that prison. So that means our families are going to have to travel up there and deal with a lot of the tensions that are going to be surrounding that prison. And so I'm passionate about seeing it not built. I've also had an opportunity to spend time in rural prisons. And so I know the dream that they sell these rural communities about economic security and job stability is an illusion. And I don't never propose to know what's best for somebody else's town, but I know that the people of a town can't make the best decisions if they're not armed with all the information. So I just come here as an information share, you know what I'm saying, a bearer of news, whether it be bad or good, depending upon what side of the argument you're on. But I know if prisons was the answer to economic stability, then somebody would have been hit the Powerball and said, hey, let's build a prison and have jobs for everybody. They promising 300 jobs, but like we did the research, there's 5 federal prisons already in Kentucky. And combined, they don't employ 300 people from Kentucky. So how can this one prison be the answer to cancer,
I'm Billy Caudle. I live in Letcher County. My house is on Judy Branch, which is close to the proposed prison. As a grandmother, my position is prisons are a monument to our failures. We should not build prisons because we need to treat people better.